social foundation to support a civilized society. A standard which satisfies everyone is necessary for establishing the foundation. Environmental protection, safety, speed, economics and aesthetics. All of these 5 conditions related to construction should be fulfilled in a well-balanced manner to achieve a regular pentagon shape. These are the 5 construction principles, the standards which define ideal construction. The environment should not be destroyed to lower construction costs. The construction period should not be extended solely for reasons of safety. It is important to choose the most appropriate method by considering these construction principles. At the GIKEN Group, we develop our own structures and methods in observing the 5 construction principles and promote a construction revolution which is drastically different from existing methods. Piles are essential materials for construction work. Various shapes and materials have been developed to fit different uses and environments, and they are used in various applications of our lives, such as retaining walls for holding foundation structures and soil, and barrier walls for holding back water. However, conventional piling methods that create shocks and vibrations is considered problematic, construction pollution. In addition, all of the machines used for these methods were very large. Within this context, our company paid attention to one principle and invented a machine which is compact and practical. That is the silent piler. Characteristics of the silent piler are as follows. The machine holds piles that have already been driven. Through this principle, a light, compact and quiet piling method, press-in, is achieved. We focused on the fact that piles driven in the ground are hard to remove due to soil pressure. By holding the pile, which is hard to remove, and becoming one with the earth, a large amount of energy can be exerted by a small light machine without generating vibrations or noise. In construction, a large amount of time and money are spent preparing temporary works prior to construction work commencing. Eliminating such temporary work brings significant advantages. By developing the press-in principle, our company created an innovative system to achieve temporary work-free construction, which is called the GRB system. In this unique system, all the steps, including transportation, pitching and installation of piles, are completed just on the piles. Each mechanical device stands on its own while holding piles, so there is no risk of overturning, and construction can be performed as long as there is space to fit the width of the machine. This technology makes it possible to perform safe and speedy construction in places where construction used to be difficult to perform, such as on water, on roadsides, beside railway tracks while the trains are still running, on slopes and under elevated structures. It also minimizes the burden on the surrounding environment and local economy. We also developed our own construction technologies for piling in hard ground, concrete structures and other surfaces. We have dramatically expanded the scope of application of press-in. The superiority of the press-in principle has brought about a big change in structures, changing from footing structure to implant structure. Using construction of a road retaining wall as an example, the conventional footing structure will set up a retaining wall at the site after removing soil from a wide area. Not only does it require a lot of time and a number of different stages, but it has a negative impact on surrounding environment. On the other hand, implant structure makes it possible to complete constructing a retaining wall without having to do any temporary work by just installing factory manufactured piles into ground. In the past, many of the disaster prevention structures, such as seawalls, were gravity-type footing structures installed on top of the ground. In the Great East Japan earthquake, most of these were destroyed by the earthquake and tsunami. For such seawalls, there is a growing movement to utilize the implant structure to give a robustness to each pile, so that it can be integrated with the earth. This is a simulator-based wave experiment that recreates the same situation as a real tsunami. You can observe the continued strength and durability of the piles in withstanding even additional force. The implant method has altered the conventional wisdom of disaster prevention. In a society that continues to change along with the progress of science and technology, we must respond to the demands of this changing society in terms of buildings as well. The implant method is not only for reducing the scope of the effects of work, but rather to provide a structure quickly. It also provides flexibility for functional changes, such as increasing the number of lanes, and dismantling and removal can be done simply by pulling out the piles. The natural environment can easily be restored, and materials can be diverted to the next project. We are expanding globally by utilizing the superiority of the implant method. We have developed a unique functional structure as a package that is a total solution, from the planning of the structure and its design to development of materials and its construction, as well as maintenance management after completion. Even in metropolitan areas, we are proceeding with creating new urban spaces utilizing this method. With the concept of culture above ground, function underground, there is the eco-cycle and eco-park, which have been gaining attention in recent years. This is an example of a packaged product using the implant method for an underground bicycle car parking garage, which contributes to creating a community that anyone would want to live in. At GIKEN Group, in order to integrate scientific experiments along with full-scale demonstrations of press insights, we began joint research with Cambridge University in 1994 and founded the International Press-In Association in 2007. We are working on a global scale for the development of press-in engineering. Based on their findings, we are developing and proposing new construction methods and structures that break free from preconceived notions and precedents. A universal standard backed up by science that is convincing to anyone will become a major driving force for realizing an ideal way of construction. No vibration, no noise. Temporary work-free construction that is not wasteful, is functionally strong and robust. A total package product backed up by science. Based on the superiority of the press-in principle, the implant method has made previously impossible construction possible and has been proven in more than 40 countries and regions around the world as a method for building a safe and sustainable society. In 2020, the project to renovate the quay walls of the World Heritage listed canals in Amsterdam, the Netherlands, received the overwhelming highest evaluation and was adopted by the municipality. Construction is underway without damaging the beautiful landscape. Furthermore, this method was also adopted for a construction activity project on the Moon, promoted by the Japanese government. The advantages of the press-in technology, which does not depend on gravity, are attracting great expectations in space as well. In order to realize our vision for construction going forward, we will follow the 5 construction principles and continue to progress towards changing worldwide construction through a construction revolution.